Yo, what's up guys, it's King Sean here, and the joint practice with the Patriots just ended. So in today's video, we're going to talk about that, and we got a lot from today, man. Jayden Daniels looked really good. Drake May looked really good. The offense, it was pretty good for the most part, but there are a few things we have to discuss. The defense wasn't amazing today. We'll get to that. But first things first, I want to talk about the guys that did not practice today, who did not make the trip up to Foxborough. Sam Cosmi, Terry McLaurin, Brandon Coleman, Jordan McGee, Marcus Mariota, Javonte Jean-Baptiste, and Noah Brown are the 7 guys that did not take part in practice today. They did not make it up to Foxborough today. Now with Cosmi and McLaurin, those 2 guys are on the PUP list, and PUP list guys obviously don't come to a joint practice, right? So they stayed back in VA, and obviously they did not practice. Brandon Coleman, dealing with the injury. I knew he wasn't going to practice based off of what DQ said a couple days ago. Jordan McGee, he's also injured, which isn't great because, I mean, last year McGee dealt with a hamstring injury that sidelined him for like half of the season, the first half of the season, right? So we have high hopes for Jordan McGee, but he needs to stay healthy, and the best ability is availability, and hopefully McGee will be good. Now, DQ did say that none of these injuries are serious, so McGee should be fine, but it is unfortunate to see him injured once again. Marcus Mariota, he's dealing with some sort of sprain. I forgot what DQ said, but he's dealing with the injury. He'll be out for the next 7 to 10 days, but he should be fine according to DQ. Javonte Jean-Baptiste also dealing with an injury, but he should be fine. And then Noah Brown, DQ just wants to take it slow with him right now because he's still recovering from the knee injury, but it's not like he's like seriously hurt or anything like that, but they are trying to take it slow with him. So those are the 7 guys that did not make the trip up to Foxborough, meaning they did not practice today in the joint practice. Now let's go over these practice notes, and first thing I want to address, the beat reporters. I don't know what they was doing out there in practice. I know Jason Tatum, John Bon Jovi, whatever his name is, showed up. Bro, they were not tweeting out anything today. Like, they weren't tweeting out anything. I had to go and follow what Patriots reporters were saying because for some reason, the only beat reporters that were actually like giving us live updates were JP and B Mitch. Shout out to them on their podcast. And Zach Shelby gave us some updates, but not a whole lot. So I was disappointed by the beat reporters today because they did not give us a lot from practice. So had to go to a bunch of different Patriots accounts. Let me find some of the ones I used. There's just so many I had to go to because, I mean, we literally got nothing from the beat reporters today, which was very unfortunate. But, you know, it is what it is. We still got a lot of updates. Shout out to Kevin Moore, K Moore TV on Twitter. He is one of the Patriots media members. He gave us a lot of updates early on during the first 11v11 drills. Jayden Daniels looked very, very good. He said that, or K Moore TV, he said that the offense hasn't lost the beat, and it looked like that, especially early on today. Jayden Daniels was 3 for 3, hitting Zach Ertz 2 out of those 3 times. So JD and Ertz's connection is still super strong. Ertz is still Jayden's safety blanket. We didn't get like a whole bunch of reports about Jayden today because, again, our media members were not on time today for some reason, but he did look good today. He looked sharp. He had a great day. He hit Deebo Samuel in a red zone drill. It was a nice toe tap by Deebo in the end zone, so that's great to hear. And our receiver situation, I want to talk about that real quick because, again, the receivers just weren't great, and we need to get this Terry situation over with because we need him back on the field because right now, besides Deebo Samuel, and I'll include Jalen Lane too, but he didn't get much run today with the ones because DQ said in his press conference that this was going to be a heavy day for the starters, and guys who don't play a lot will get a lot of work on Friday, which is the preseason game. So Jalen Lane will get most of his work on Friday in the preseason game. But, I mean, the receivers just aren't good enough without Terry. Like, Deebo's doing his thing, but Chris Moore ain't it. Ja'Cory Brooks ain't it. Michael Gallup, he had a nice catch today on Marcus Jones, I'm pretty sure, the Patriots DB. So he made a play today, but he hasn't been really impressing that much through training camp. KJ Osborne ain't it. So these are the guys that Jayden is throwing to, and it's not good enough. He's having to rely on just Deebo Samuel and Zach Ertz, and also Noah Brown is out as well. Obviously, he was not practicing today, or he didn't even come to Foxborough, like I said. But, we need Terry back because right now our receiver core is not good enough. Our O-line, I would say our O-line was pretty decent for the most part. JP Finlay tweeted out that Connerly, Tunsil, and Andrew Wiley looked really good today. Now, I will say that there were times today that the interior O-line didn't look great, and I want you to remember that the Patriots got Christian Barmore and Milton Williams on that interior. That's a good interior D-line, man. Their edge rushers aren't that good in my opinion. I mean, Harold Landry and Keon White, they aren't great, and Connerly and Tunsil did a great job of holding up against them, man. It was great to hear that Connerly had a really good day in one-on-one drills and 11v11 drills, so that is great to hear about Connerly. And Tunsil, man, I mean, he literally threw a linebacker on this one rep. Pretty sure it was in 11-on-11 drills, but he literally threw him to the bleachers or the stands, which is insane, man. I mean, I love Laremy Tunsil, man. He is an absolute dog, and he is the left tackle we absolutely needed for Jayden Daniels. But our interior O-line, without Coleman at left guard, without Cosme at right guard, isn't great. And Allegretti and Wiley aren't bad, but against Barmore and Milton Williams, I mean, it's just not amazing, right? I mean, there was a rep during one-on-one drills where Barmore literally threw Nick Allegretti, which is, I mean, just insane, right? So, again, our O-line wasn't bad today, but there were times where they did let up a good amount of pressure to Jayden from the Patriots D-line, and there were also times where the Patriots D-line just did a great job of going up against them. So I think that's about it for the offense. Didn't really hear much about the run game today. B-Rob actually did have a couple nice runs early on. Got him hyped up, got the team hyped up, so that was good to hear. There were fights today. There were 3 fights today. The first fight, I'm pretty sure it was a Lattimore fight between him and Kayshon Boutte after a play. And obviously Lattimore is going to get into a bit of a skirmish, man. I mean, who would have guessed that, right? Obviously, it's Marshawn Lattimore, but, hey, man, I love the type of timing Lattimore be on for sure. I know Laremy Tunsil got into a bit of a skirmish with a linebacker. I mentioned that earlier. And then Travion Henderson, he laid, I'm pretty sure it was Von Miller or a linebacker down as he was blocking him. And, that kind of turned into a skirmish and a fight. So there were fights today, and, some people don't want fights, but it's going to happen. It gets heated out there in practice. You're, being physical with guys, right? So it's going to happen. So there were fights today, if that's what you like to hear or see. During one of the fights, Mike Vrabel jumped in the pile, and apparently, I guess he got cut, or I don't know what happened to him, but after everything was broken up, he was bleeding from his head, which is insane, man. I mean, that is wild. Pretty sure it was during the Lattimore and Boutte fight. So, I mean, that's crazy, man. That, he jumped in a fight to try and break it up, and he ended up bleeding from his head. Like, that is pretty crazy, but that is really it for the offensive side of the ball. Overall, they had a pretty solid day. As for the defense, I'm not gonna lie, it was a little rough for the defense today. Not gonna lie, Drake May was definitely dealing today. Same with Joshua Dobbs working against the second team, but Drake May, he went 15 for 21 today. He was really good in 11v11 drills and in red zone drills. Demario Douglas, man, he was frying Mikey Sandersfield today. He was, and I'm not gonna overreact too much over, the defense not having a great day. It's joint practice, first joint practice, and this happened last year. Now, the defense wasn't great last year, but I do believe the defense will be better this year. I do believe the secondary will be better this year. So, not too concerned, but I guess it is a little bit disappointing that they didn't have the best of days. Matt Collins had a really good day today. Drake May connected with him a couple of times. Same with Hunter Henry. Hunter Henry was left wide open down the seam on this one play, which we kind of struggled with last season. Tight ends being left open down the seam. So that's something we definitely have to improve on. Marshawn Lattimore led up a touchdown to Kayshon Boutte, the guy he fought later on in practice. But it was really good coverage by Lattimore. However, it was just a better throw by Drake May, and there was not much Lattimore could do on that play. It was a back shoulder throw, so there was really not much Lattimore could do there. He had really good coverage. Trey Amos was good today, working against Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs did not participate in 11v11 drills, but he did participate in 7v7 drills. So Trey Amos, he continues to show out during training camp. The defense did end practice today on the high note. Bobby Wagner, tip pass from Drake May, ended up being picked off by Mikey Sanderstill. So Mikey Sanderstill got a little bit of get back since he was pretty much getting cooked by Demario Douglas all day. But overall, again, wasn't a great day for the defense, to be honest with you. And it's a little bit unfortunate because we have heard them playing very well during training camp against, obviously, our own offense. But again, first joint practice going up against another team. I expect them to be better this year, but it is a little bit disappointing that they didn't put up a better performance today. But I'm not going to overreact too much. So that's it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like down below. Subscribe if you're not already subbed up to the channel. Turn on notifications. Comment down below your thoughts and observations from the Commanders joint practice with the Patriots today. I'll be coming out with my preview video for the preseason game on Friday tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that. And other than that, it's me, King Sean, and I'm out. Peace.